what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and
Sorry, I always do use that to sort of bolster myself up. I don't think we're getting anybody else in, so let's do that. There we go. That's better. Hello there. Welcome to the Flash and Play podcast. I'm Siobhan, and I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when you met me. Let's meet the plucky girl assistants this evening. That way. No, that way we have Brian.
Hello.
That way we have Dr. Sinister.
Thank you.
And diametrically opposed to me, that way, is a T1000.
Wow.
I know, amazing. Hey, go on, turn into soup.
Turn into a checkered floor. That's a good trick.
Can you do the running, the really odd running thing? That's very good.
Can you stab the camera with your blade hands?
Not in Sundays. I'm security detail. I get express instructions that when Sidious is here, that I am on security detail. So I want to look the part.
Mm-hmm. Right, okay. Fair enough. Go with it, Siobhan. Go with it. Dear Brian, how's your week?
Now you're getting a feeling of what it feels like to run the RPG.
I can be a lot crueler than you. Anyway, yes. How was your week, Brad?
Eventful. Very nice.
Oh, eventful.
Eventful. I got to play Dungeons and Dragons 5e last night.
Is that like an extra special edition?
That's the latest edition.
Ah, does it make any more sense than any of the other editions?
Actually, it does.
Liar.
No, it's not bad. And this morning, I got to go and help my son and his girlfriend out because her car broke down on a trip to Ohio.
Oh, what a hero you are, bro. Have a lolly. Auntie approves.
It's okay. They were only like 40 minutes out, so.
Oh, well, sod that. I'm having that back.
No, I'm taking my lolly now. You can, no take backs.
You don't know what I did to that lolly. Sinister, how was your week?
7 days long.
Good. That's what I like to. Okay, so we've got the shades.
You work for Sinister, you get unlimited lollies. Just saying, Brian, unlimited lollies.
With that peculiar addictive substance he puts in. I can't remember what it's called.
Cocaine.
Heroin.
Makes people very suggestible.
Very Moorish. It's very Moorish.
Eddie, you will kill the French ambassador.
He's sorted. Sorted.
Miss Williams, have that man shot.
He's just going to have his son drive up in with a gun and a ski mask and just shoot.
Any old fat
He may
man.
get the guy coming down the street, though. So,
Hello, Langley, Virginia.
Yeah, we're still here. Oh dear. What about you, Eddie? How's your... I can't take him seriously like that. It's different. If he's got a pipe, I think, oh, authority.
ooh, the pipe with the glasses.
And the lollipop? Or do you think we're overdoing it? I don't know.
Today was last week was good because no upset stomach from the food tasting this week, which was good.
This is good.
Yeah, it really does help. And tomorrow is me and the missus' 25th wedding anniversary.
Oh, happy Silver
Congrats.
Nemesis.
Which kind of manifested itself in me and Angela realising during the week, oh, it's our wedding anniversary on Monday. Oh, we're 25 years married. So we're at that stage where it's the number.
Surely are, honey. You surely are.
Yeah.
I'm 20 years on the 4th.
Excellent stuff. Excellent.
I think that's when my Fencegate might stop.
It might get fixed.
So it's a big time all round for us here at the Flashing Blade.
Right, I'll take these off because I can't actually see what's going on.
That's probably for the best. I mean, let's be honest here.
Yeah.
You're not missing anything.
Go read a book. Listen, I discovered something. And it was staring me in the face all this time, and as usual, I didn't see it. But I've worked it out.
Was it a cat's ass?
No, it wasn't a cat's ass. Move away from the cat's bottom. It was the very Sinister. You and I have a unique selling point on our reactions. You see, the normal reactions, that's all the young kids or people watching it for the first time. So you get all the emotions and everything else like that, like you're supposed to get when you watch something. But this isn't it. This is two fan dinosaurs watching it. We know them inside out and can just rip them to shreds with love. And that's our unique selling point.
Yeah, you described me as a fan dinosaur the other day, and I didn't object. I suppose I am really.
Well, we're of a certain age now. You know, I mean, it's all the kids coming through now. We can just look down there and just pat them on the head a little bit.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, frankly.
Yeah.
Bloody git. But can't say that. We've got Dominic on the show. No, but I thought suddenly, out of all the reactions I've watched, it's never been people who've really seen it before and really know it well. So can really lay into it and have some fun. So I genuinely think that's a proper unique selling point. We're still not going to get any more viewers. But
No.
it's there.
Are we like the two old guys in the Muppet Show?
Statler and Waldorf, yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yes, you are.
Yes. Great. The Statler and Waldorf of podcasting. Wow. Anyway, yeah. But everybody's had a good week. That's nice. My week's been quiet. No more news on the Flash and Blade schedule for reasons that were in last week's show. Because we've had no news yet either. I'm trying to think if there's any other news. Oh, I'm going to my friends tomorrow and taking Trixie down there.
Nice.
There we go. That's my life. Now then, gentlemen, we've been scrabbling around all week for news to share with people. Has anything happened at all?
Nice weather. We have nice weather. up
Yeah,
there.
it's been
pissing
great
down with
weather
rain
so
here.
far. I mean,
Pissing
Oh,
down
you still
with
get
rain.
sun. You still get the orb thing in the sky.
Can't give anything.
nice and cool over here, so you'll probably get it in a couple days.
That would be nice. It's raining though here at the moment. It's not hot. It's raining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's raining here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have hot rain, don't you?
No,
No.
it's
You
67
better have
degrees.
a
out.
word with that
What's
laboratory.
that in real temperature?
67 degrees.
Alexa, what's 67 degrees in Celsius?
67 degrees Fahrenheit is about 19.44 degrees.
That's about the same here.
That's not bad.
Hello, Retta.
Yeah.
Hello, sweetheart.
Hi, Retta.
So no other news apart from the weather.
Nothing happened. Nothing at all.
No,
Nothing.
to see.
Nothing.
Well,
Move along.
heaven knows what we're going to talk about then.
Nothing to see here.
Yeah.
We need an awkward
Yep.
pause.
Move along. Don't make me put the shades on. Move along.
What about who the new Doctor Who could be?
Matt Berry. Matt Berry.
Nope.
I want Matt Berry.
Nope.
Matt
Not
Berry.
for me. Wouldn't work for
I
me.
want Matt Berry.
It just
Eddie Redmayne.
no. He's too much like Matt Smith. They're interchangeable.
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie,
Hugh Laurie would be good.
possibility, a possibility. What was the name of the guy? Hang on, I've got to get my Facebook page up now. Bear with me, please, folks. Do talking whilst I do this.
J. Michael Straczynski.
That's not the new Doctor Who.
No, but
But he's put himself forward. That was your quite right, Brian. Yep.
I was going to move on to the show.
he wants to be showrunner.
Yeah, I was going to move on. Why do I bother?
Yay!
I try and
Good
go for
job,
some
Retta. One of
structure.
us.
Once again, I think it's a shame that we don't get a doctor that spans more than one showrunner. And I've said this before, because I would love to have seen what, for example, Moffat could have done with Tennant, or what, Chibnall could have done with Audi, or someone like, I because basically you've got like set and kind of locked eras. Whereas, for example, Tom Baker, you've got like 4 showrunners over the period of that
Well,
particular.
they weren't showrunners. That's
Sorry?
just, back then they weren't showrunners.
I
It
know,
was a-
but they're producers, right? And and each producer had his own tone, right? So, it amounts to the equivalent, that kind of thing.
However, some people say actually the big difference is the script editing he had, the different script editors.
Yeah, and you've got a bit of a crossover there in that they kind of, some of them straddled more than one kind of producer. But for example, you can't compare, Hinchcliffe and Williams, right? They are two distinctly different eras of Tom Baker, right?
Very much
So
so.
they're bringing out different aspects within the same Doctor, and I've loved to have seen. So I'll say this to you on Friday. I have no problems with Jodie Whittaker being a female Doctor, right? Before they kind of did the whole continuity thing of Time Lords can be females, I was a little bit against it, thinking, well, that would be odd. But then they brought it into the law, and I was kind of like, fine, no problem. I've got no problem with her being the Doctor. But apart from the Rosa episode, I can't think of a single Jodie episode that I've watched more than once.
Demons of the Punjab,
No,
me.
I haven't watched that more than once.
but I
The only
can
one
see-
I've watched more than once is the one where it was with the Witchfinder General or the King, and it was the Scottish actor. What's his name? Oh, come on.
Alan's.
Alan.
Oh, right, here
Alan
we go.
Cummings?
Here we go. It's
Alan
like-
Cummins, yeah, and I
Oh,
really like that.
you're just too late. Oh, dear me. Shame. Anyway, that's the first one for this evening. Well done, boys. Well done, you. Yeah, there's something. I have the problem with all of New Doctor Who. I've said this before as well, that I don't find it anywhere near as rewatchable as the classic stuff.
No.
Agreed.
That's because it's all episodic.
It could be partly that.
It's disposable.
I don't know what it is. It's Doctor Who. I should be there rewatching it and rewatching it. And
This
rewatching
new
it.
season
I'm
should
not.
be amazing, though, because it's all one story.
Doesn't guarantee it's going to be amazing.
Well,
The premise, the idea,
the premise
that they're
is
doing that,
amazing.
Basically, we're having a 6-part story, just told slightly longer. But we've moved away from who should be the new Doctor Who. I go Richard Dormer.
I don't know who that is.
Right. Okay.
I go Natalie Dormer.
The Watch.
I go Dormer Window.
It's going to be a long evening. I'm going to sod off. On the iPlayer, The Watch is on it. It's based on the Discworld stuff. If you're a Discworld purist, you're probably not going to like it. But I'm not a Discworld purist, and I really enjoyed it. The guy who plays Samuel Vimes, Captain Vimes, he would be brilliant as Doctor Who. However, saying that, the lady who plays Sybil, Lady Sybil, would also be brilliant as Doctor Who.
Idris Elba.
Too big.
What about Michaela Cole? So I think that would be a great choice.
I've always wanted Patterson Joseph.
Yeah.
Not always, because obviously I didn't know about him when I was 6, but
Was Patterson Joseph, was he in the remake of The Survivors?
yes.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. His name's came up a few times over the years as well.
Well, I mean, you look at Neverwhere, where he plays. Oh my God, my brain's gone completely blank. I should. Marquis de Carabas. There we go. He's basically auditioning for the Doctor throughout that. Yeah, that would be an interesting choice.
I still think Michaela Cole is an amazing
I don't
actress,
know who
but
that is.
she did
I know one.
She did I May Destroy You, which was a big hit last year. It's really quite disturbing though. She writes her own stuff. She's in it was a comedy thing she did for Bubblegum, I think it was called, for Channel 4. She's
How-
really good.
How about Phoebe Waller-Bridge?
Oh no, yes. Of similar ilk as Michaela Cole. Some the writes her. But are they too big for?
That's what made me think of her when you said she writes her own stuff. I suddenly
Yeah.
thought that would be good.
I got one. Anthony Stewart Head.
Yeah, that's always a go-to. Hang on, I want to address what Sinister's saying about Phoebe Waller-Bridge. No person could both write and star in Doctor Who.
No,
Not now. It couldn't. It's too much. Far
but
too
she's
much.
she's got that kind of
So it's
quirky
one
kind
or
of
the other
personality,
you have to have.
and I could see that working. Same with Michaela Cole. They've got Doctor-esque qualities that would kind of fit the whole kind of human but alien qualities. So no, I think Phoebe Waller-Bridge. The other one though, and I think Brian, you mentioned it in Facebook. Dr. Ruth. Let's
Yeah.
take it and then move over and tell us more.
We were just was it us? Was it? No, it was me and Adam. I think discussing it. I can't remember. It was discussing it last week with either you or Adam. But the problem is, she's unless this is regeneration repeating itself, and
Which
so she's the second Joe Martin
yes,
incarnation.
but don't forget the curator. That could happen.
Yeah.
happen.
The only problem we've got then, what is all this about working for the division and Gallifrey being there?
It could be a prequel.
I
series.
suspect that we're going to find out all about this in the next series and the specials.
Can I just posit something here? How many Welsh people have we had as the Doctor? Troughton?
None.
Troughton was
Was
Welsh.
Troughton Welsh?
I thought he was. I could be wrong. Okay, how many Scottish people have we had?
2 that I know of.
Capaldi, McCoy.
Yeah.
Tennant, 3.
Oh, sorry,
yes.
you're right. Yes, 3.
Of course.
Sorry.
Any Irish? Any Irish descent? McGann. The
Well,
Irish.
you could say McGann and Tom, but they're both Liverpudlian.
So I'm
they
just,
could be
I'm
Irish.
just thinking, how about if we put a geographical spin on it?
Okay.
And I'm going to open the box here, and I'm being a bit of devil's advocate here. I don't necessarily think this is a good idea, and it's no slate against Brian's country. But how about an American Doctor?
I wouldn't
Depending on
mind
who
that.
it was. Depending on who
wouldn't
it
mind
was.
Depending on who.
I
Yeah.
think
Who
the whole
is-
premise it
I
has to be
wish
a
I
British
could
person.
remember the name of the actor. He was in Coupling with Stephen Moffat, a Welsh guy, and then he did Strange, which was a really good BBC drama series.
Is that the guy that curly hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly. I can picture him. I don't know his
He
name.
played,
though.
he played Jeff in Coupling, and after he left, Coupling
Well,
just never was the same.
Up until
He'd
the
be quite
last
good.
couple of years, a forerunner for at least the American contingent of Who fans
Mm-hmm.
has always been Joss Whedon. But that's
Uh,
prior
hang on,
to
hang on,
all
hang
the
on. We're still
horrible
talking,
stuff.
We're still talking
I'm
Doctor Who.
just Joss
you're
Whedon has a
jumping ahead
stable of
again.
actors he likes to pull in.
Joss
Yeah,
Whedon
all his
won't be allowed
productions.
anywhere near
Joss
this.
Whedon is.
Oh no, I know.
His rep's been destroyed, hasn't it?
Well,
It's over.
seeing
for
as
him.
Brian is desperate to get there,
Do
shall we also discuss new showrunners as well?
it.
Can I just, before we go on, right, one thing, and again, I'm not trying to be controversial, right? Richard Ayoade's name comes up every time we're talking about
Wow,
a new
that
Doctor.
would be amazing.
I don't
Right.
think it would.
That's what I was going to
He
say.
hasn't the range.
I don't think he would be a good fit for Doctor. I love him and I love the IT crowd
Yeah,
and love his
all right.
travelogues and
I don't-
stuff, but but same thing. I don't think he would be a good fit for Doctor. I think he's just too one note.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a terrible
I
thing to say,
agree.
but
I agree, and he'd probably agree with you, to be fair. I can't watch the IT crowd anymore. I'm not
don't-
consciously banning it.
don't
It's
blame
just I
don't
feel-
blame Richard the thing.
It's
just-
not that. It's just that I feel bad watching it.
It's the Linehan thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the little
Yeah.
thing. Like I say, I'm not deliberately cancelling it, but because I know I'm missing brilliant stuff. I love the IT crowd. I loved Black Books. I love Father Ted, but I just can't bring myself to watch it anymore. I just can't.
The thing with Richard Ayoade though, I'd stand to be corrected. I was wrong about Matt Smith. I thought Matt Smith, who the hell is this? When he popped up in that Saturday thing, and it was like, this is a child. There's no, and he's one of my favourite Doctors.
Yeah.
McCoy. I was like, oh, come on,
Not
the
the
guy,
Granda Hunter.
the comedian that that plays the spoons and sticks nails up his nose, and then brilliant Doctor. So who knows? Who knows? And I was wrong about Donner as well, but that's a separate subject.
I was wrong
so,
about
what do I
Donner.
know?
But I was right about Matt Smith when I saw that unveiling, and it was just his hands. I thought, this kid's got something. He can do this. And
A few minutes into 11th hour, and I thought, this guy's. I was
nailed
hooked.
it.
Hooked.
Greta says we should get an Asian doctor. That's interesting.
Okay.
Oh, one person I was going to suggest was Colin Strong, but Art Malik. Oh, he's already been in the show. Damn, and they wasted him.
So had Colin Baker.
It was Capaldi, so it's
It is a
Stewart
doable thing,
so-
and quite frankly, they wasted him in the Ghost Monument. Totally wasted him. So yeah, Art Malik might be a good one.
Do you know what's great about this? We'll be theorising about this for maybe a year or more, and I just
And
love
we'll
it.
all
I
be
just
totally
love
wrong.
it. Exactly.
All be
Yeah.
totally wrong.
Yeah.
It'll be something completely out of the blue.
From
That's Mr.
showrunner
Frozen
to
was he
New Who
died.
to everything. We'll be absolutely wrong, and it'll be wonderful.
Yeah. As for Pixar showrunner,
Ooh, I've got a good American Doctor Who. Sorry.
oh please, yes.
Who was the guy? Who was the lead in Twin Peaks?
I can't
Oh,
Cal McLaughlin. Oh, I'd love that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Twin Peaks and
What year is this?
June.
Sorry.
The 1980s June. I know it gets slated. I absolutely love that film. It was one of the first DVDs my wife ever got. It's a
I
present.
look forward to hearing what you make of the new thing they've done.
Can't wait.
Look forward to hearing what you say. That's not a bad one. That's not a bad one at
That'd be
all.
great. I think that'd be a great shout.
I mean, he's shown his acting chops in quite a lot of stuff. Apart from Agent Cooper, he was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. as Mr.
Yeah,
Hyde,
yeah.
essentially.
The Doctor played kind of like Agent Cooper. That would just work. I mean, that's just that whole. I'm up. That's it. Forget Matt Berry. I'm going for. I want Dale Cooper for
well,
Doctor
along
Who.
those lines,
Cal-
then,
Cal McLaughlin.
what about David Duchovny?
No.
I'm glad about that. Glad everybody agrees.
A little bit bland.
Okay. JMS has said he will he'd drop everything and move to Cardiff in a heartbeat if he could show run Doctor Who. And he is, I get the feeling he's fandom's preferred choice, especially as he's spoken out.
He knows how to write
Well, he's got the
sci-fi.
chops.
Oh,
for it.
please! I think that'd be so great.
However, it'd be limited to a 5-year run with one solid arc going all the way through.
I'm up for that.
With the Bible written by Harlan Ellison's ghost.
The Doctor keeps saying... The Doctor keeps saying, go to hell to people.
J. Michael Straczynski for showrunner with Kel McLaughlin playing the Doctor. I'm in.
It can't
Default
be J.
position,
Michael
use
Straczynski.
nukes.
It can't be J. Michael Straczynski. Every main character he makes has the initials J and S.
Well, we never actually find out the Doctor's real name, do we?
Well, we might do. if
John
he takes
Smith.
over.
There we go. We got him back.
John Michael Smith.
Noah Wiley. Yes, that's a good one, Retta.
Don't know the actor. Sorry.
I'm
hopeless
from the
at this.
Librarians in
I
ER.
haven't seen that. No, I haven't seen that. I'm crap, Brian. I really am crap.
I know you don't watch anything.
I don't watch much TV or films.
Can I just ask, what is everyone's view on Chibnall's period?
That's much better scripts.
I am not a fan.
We discussed this, didn't we? I feel like it's diluted.
He's got a great cast.
It's
He's
there,
got
but it's just
the scripts aren't there.
No.
The only thing I ever get excited about was the whole the Rogue Doctor, Dr. Ruth, that whole thing. That got me really excited. But in retrospect, looking back now, I'm thinking, I don't know if it was yourself, Brian. I mean, it's that whole thing around, if the Doctor's got unlimited regenerations, it takes away that kind of element of tension or...
There's no danger.
There's no danger anymore. The more I think about that, I hope they retcon that. I really do.
hang on.
Well, to be
Hang
fair,
on.
it was the Master just telling the story, so he could be lying.
Exactly. That's where I really want.
On top of that is also the fact that you know the Doctor cannot die anyway.
Yeah.
Total plot armor. So you needn't worry about the Doctor Ruth thing opening things up like that, because the Doctor's not going to die anyway. So
Just
the
have-
peril isn't really there.
Just out of interest and picking up from the Blake Seven aspect, how would you feel about a series where the Doctor's missing?
I like that.
That would be
idea.
cool. Oh, better yet, if the Doctor became the Valyard and the companions had to stop him.
Yes.
Now that would be a good reason to get a load of different companions together.
No, I'm sorry. I don't think Kel McLaughlin does the villain very well, so I wouldn't be up for that.
But that is a great idea. I like that. Get a load of old companions together to fight a Doctor gone bad. And put the whole Valyard thing to bed once and for all.
Then we could have the good master.
Well, we've got the good
Well,
master in the audios.
The
Yeah, I know, but I mean, we could have it in the show.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Who would you want as the master?
The Lumiat.
For the Lumiat, oh hell, Sarah Michelle Gellar. Just go absolutely nuts with it all. Have her running around just throwing things, being like, psychotic diva.
Geraldine Fenn.
I've got another idea now.
That
What
would be
about
good.
Grundon Ure?
How about a
Keely
reverse
Hawes.
key to time season? Master has to
We
get
did that.
key to time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, hang on, Sin. I got to respond to this. You just watched the first episode of Ashes to Ashes. Did you enjoy it?
I'm leaving it open.
That's progression. That is
That
progression.
is progression.
I'm leaving it open.
So the big question is, who's Gene Hunt?
Who cares?
Okay.
Need for that language.
Beware the Harlequin clown.
Yeah.
Beware
yeah,
David Bowie.
I know the premise and everything.
It's your own fault for telling us you'd watched it. I
I
salute
know the
you for
premise.
watching it.
I know the whole, I know the whys and what it is. It's just,
And didn't have wonderful music.
they did.
Told you.
I like that it's
Ultravox.
progressed to the 80s instead
Simple
of the
Minds.
70s.
Early Simple Minds before Jim Kerr went up his own anus. The really good early Simple Minds.
Very good. Sinister.
No, well, I just had a random thought, but
Yeah.
it's too much of a digression.
No, please come back to this random thought.
I would like this is kind of tangential to what we were discussing.
That's
How
good.
about a reverse key to time season where the master has been tasked by the Black Guardian to assemble the key to time?
Oh.
This is far too clever for us.
For nefarious purposes, obviously.
Well,
This is
yes.
This is like RPG material.
Hang on. What if the master is tasked by the White Guardian to collect it? Because going by Andy Lane's theory here, the White Guardian's favourite sort of race are the Daleks because they bring order to everything. Whereas the Black Guardian, his favourite person should be the Doctor because he brings chaos. Or they bring chaos, sorry.
What would the Daleks do with the key to time? There's another thought.
That's frightening.
Yeah.
When you get to that whole thing of if you succeed in your aims, what are you going to do then?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just... Oh, I rule the universe. Now what?
Big Finish do something similar to that.
I've done it a couple of times, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's... I like Douglas Adams' idea that the universe is in fact run by a man in a hut
Yeah. Who doesn't care?
and quite frankly has severe memory problems.
Yeah. And only worries about his cat.
Yes, the Lord.
Yes.
Mm.
The Lord knows.
Indeed. Right, so we went there. The other name I was going to go was Charlie Brooker, who's done the
Oh,
Black Mirror
showrunner?
stuff.
No,
Yeah.
that would be good. Charlie Brooker would work well with Kel McLaughlin. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm not letting this go.
No, I can tell.
The seed's
Yes.
planted. So the seed is planted.
Right.
Eddie has his fan casting all set.
I was all for Matt Berry. Matt Berry, sorry. Kel
How about
McLaughlin.
Matt Berry as the companion then?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
But
Charlie
Kel
Brooker.
McLaughlin and Matt Berry, 2022.
you have seen
That
what they do in Shadows, haven't you? Please tell me you have.
Yes.
The TV show, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
Facts.
God. Oh, dear me. Matt Bailey, well, he's got to be in the show at some stage. I liked...
Oh,
watched
showrunner
recently?
Taika Waititi.
How about for the Doctor? He wouldn't do it. Simon Pegg.
The Watch. The Watch. Yes, Matt Berry is in The Watch. And he's fucking hilarious. Okay, sorry. Matt, sorry, what did you say for showrunner?
Matt Berry. Yeah, no, Matt Berry, sorry.
Taika,
Simon Pegg for the Doctor.
Simon Pegg.
for the
I'm
Doctor.
going.
Yeah.
The What We Do in Shadows guy. He did Thor.
Oh, yeah, Taika Waititi.
Yeah.
I
Showrunner
his name wrong.
as a Doctor.
No, as a showrunner.
Would someone like Nicholas Briggs ever be considered or want to be showrunner for the real show rather than just...
See, that's the thing. It's the sheer amount of work. I get the feeling that Nick absolutely adores his work at Big Finish. So
apparently Mark Gatiss has said it's a poison chalice and he'll never do it. I'm wondering if Nick would do it.
I don't think he would, unless he's offered the chance and it's quite simply a case of it's just something I can't turn down. It's like people who say, I some of them have said, I accepted the Doctor because, there's no way I could go around afterwards saying, well, I got asked for that role. I'd have to keep it quiet and
See someone else doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there we are. We've solved the casting of the
One more Doctor suggestion.
Yes.
Sean Pertwee.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. All right, move on.
Yeah.
Carl McLaughlin.
Only if he was impersonating his father.
No, impersonating Carl McLachlan.
Joking aside, I think Carl McLaughlin is inspired. I think
it would be great.
Yeah. Inspired.
Just remember, that's a damn fine cup of coffee.
Yeah, that's a damn fine TARDIS. That's a damn fine console. It just works. Yeah. That whole Agent Cooper, it just is. That's his audition for the Doctor. Sorry, I'm sold in that. Now I'm starting to realise why I like Twin Peaks so much.
Series 3, Episode 8. How to give yourself a complete and total headache and almost nervous breakdown. It's as if they turned round and said to David Lynch, look, we're going to turn our backs for this episode. Do what you want. We won't look. That was mad. Utterly mad. I'm just saying. Enjoyed it, though. Though it was a bit loud and it was late at night. And anyway, so...
All right, yeah.
Yeah, shall we do what we came here to do? Now we've solved all Doctor's problems.
I thought that was what we were here to do.
No. Follow up from last week. Remember we came out podcasting as an Olympic sport.
Yes.
Yeah. Dr. Sinister, would you care to let us know your own Olympic sport?
This is quite lengthy, but
yes, please.
I believe a category for the Olympics to be in a sport, it has to be something that's practiced on all the continents of the world, right?
That's true. Very true. Yes.
War.
What is an Olympic sport?
Yes. Yeah. Now, there's different levels of Olympic sport. Okay. Basically, you can have platoon level, and basically, you could have a couple of different sides. The idea being to totally annihilate your enemy. You can have battalion, and basically it's like you have a certain number of points to spend. It's just like an RPG, where you can select your units up to a certain value, and I think the British would do exceptionally well at war because that's what we do, right?
I've read a science fiction story like this a long time ago.
And then, of course, you have the kind of the heavyweight level would be essentially where you have 20 square kilometers of battlefield and you can have up to one nuclear weapon.
That was a suggestion of mine, wasn't it? Basically, that they have to play their Joker.
Yeah, if you pick a nuclear weapon, though, you don't get anything else, which means you've got to be very accurate with where you place the bomb.
Indeed.
Of course, this will make people competing to host the Olympics slightly problematic.
Yes.
On the basis that 20 square kilometers of their territory will be unusable for the foreseeable future.
Yeah,
possibly
so,
more.
So
your
entire suggestion is Team Hunger Games.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Siobhan suggested that we could have, because obviously you've got 3 medals at least, you could have three-sided multiplayer war,
Yep.
but you're not allowed alliances or anything like that.
I mean, see, I was going to say diplomacy could come into it, but the question is how long. You get points for how stylishly you stab the other team in the back.
Yeah.
What was the other thing I was... Oh, yes, the sniper round.
Yes.
2 guys in a set area,
10 days.
10 days. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it.
But
What about the individual awards?
Well,
Let's go
that's
Mortal
like-
Kombat.
I mean, you could have individual awards. You could have a base armed to the teeth with one single person who's meant to infiltrate it, and if he wins, it blows up. I mean, I'm just thinking. We've got a population problem, right? So why not, incorporate this as an Olympic sport?
Decrease the surplus population.
Everybody does it, and all forms of sport are basically a replacement for forms of warfare. So why not just go the whole hog and just have war?
So
More sense
let's
than
look at the
skateboarding
form,
and
shall we?
synchronised swimming.
Shall we look at the form of the countries taking part? First of all, you've mentioned them, the British. How well would we do in that? Would
Well,
we be
I
able
mean,
to field
good
the
form.
amount of forces necessary?
Oh yes, because
At least a platoon.
you're not talking division level. You're talking platoon or battalion level, and we can play in any battlefield basically,
Right.
with the possible exception of space. But the only thing is, of course, the Russians would be banned because of doping. Yeah, I think. I mean, obviously.
Do you reckon we're in the top 3 somewhere there? We're going to medal. We're going to podium, as apparently these new verbs say.
You could have some real grudge matches as well. Like, for example, if the US got picked against Vietnam,
Or China and Japan.
China and Japan, Korea and
Or
Japan.
anybody and us.
It would be unique though, just seeing the medal ceremony to empty podiums, because the gold awarded posthumously to Great
Well, you'd
Britain.
just be in a smoking crater, basically.
Yeah.
And we
That'd be
could play
different.
last man standing. Well,
Oh,
shuffle.
yeah, they would have to, obviously.
and surrender would not be allowed.
No.
This is literally to the death.
Yes. What? Yes. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Right. And now, from the worlds of BBC Television's Doctor Who, it's Doctor Who. So, 40 minutes in, and we make a start on the reviews.
That's good going for us.
That's not bad, is it?
Just as well we're not doing Big Finish this week.
Oh,
10
you
minutes
ain't
under our normal record.
That's not bad. Anyway, a third Doctor Who, probably. Who knows? Gets a message pod. This is after there's a very slight problem. There was an accident in the BBC editing suite, and the opening of Monty Python got stitched onto the opening of Doctor Who. And so you've got a Monty Python opening at the start, and then it goes to Joe and the Doctor in the unit lab.
That's why you were doing that on Discord then. You posted something, and I'm thinking, what are you doing? What are you talking about?
I can't remember. I don't remember that at all.
It wasn't me and Brian that did it, so my memory's not that great as well. So it must have been somebody posted on and that was one.
Anyway, that is a Time Lord message pod, and he can't open it. He's not meant to. He couldn't even if he opened to. Plus, he's not meant to. Sorry, lovely Pertwee fluff there. Anyway, so off they go to Solos. Well, the skybase above Solos, where the Marshal is mad. Mad he is. This is great. This is the Mutants. It's from my favourite Pertwee season.
Lee Mutt
Series
Smith.
9. Well, no, we're not talking. It's not the one in black and white. The second Doctor Who story. It's the Pertwee one. I love this. It's from my favourite series, Series 9. This is canvas stuff, and it's so colourful as well. And it's Doctor Who not being woke. It isn't at all making any comments about apartheid and
absolutely not.
colonialism.
No,
not at all.
No underlying messages whatsoever.
No.
Nope. Not a bit.
Nope. Doctor Who never does that. So, Brian, go first. Do talking.
Sure. This is this and Inferno are my favorite Pertwee stories.
Oh, that's nice.
So I love this one. You have the governor who's power mad, trying to change the atmosphere of the planet so that humans can exist easily on it. In the meantime, he's killing off all indigenous life forms because, well, they're mutating.
Isn't that what the settlers in America did to the Native Americans with the tuberculosis and the blankets?
Yeah.
Just making that point against us.
I thought this episode wasn't woke, Siobhan.
I was kidding. Yeah, I was being sarky. He's American. He doesn't understand. Help me out here, boys. Anyway.
Anyway, no, it's fantastic. I mean, you have the assassination of the one brought to bring the slaves, liberty, where we can't be bothered with you anymore. You're free.
Yeah, which is kind of reminiscent of some bits of the old British Empire. It's just kind of, we can't afford to run this anymore. Just do your own thing. We're leaving. Goodbye. Here's our flag. Thanks.
I mean, this is where partition eventually came from.
Yeah.
And you know just how terrible that turned out.
And long story short, the thing opens for one of the natives. Who knew? Shocker.
You get stuck with KY Telly.
And they go through the caves, which oddly looks like another mine. But
I believe those are the Chislehurst Caves, and you can go down there. If it's the same place I'm thinking about, we went down there, well, sort of LARPing. It was basically running around in the dark with glow sticks hitting each other with plastic swords.
Okay.
Brilliant cave system. And it's lit beautifully. The whole thing's wonderfully directed. Christopher Barry. Sorry, I'll shut up. Carry on.
No, that's fine. That's great. They find a radiation source. And then they discover, the mutations are part of a life cycle of the natives. And the mutation is actually the pupa state.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good way of describing it, yes.
Yeah.
To a higher life form.
And then they mutate into beautiful energy butterflies.
They become Star Trek aliens.
So, yeah, I love this one. This is great. I find this one fantastic.
Why?
The whole story about them changing and overcoming the oppressors. Because you have the evil governor who doesn't want to let go, even though he's being ordered to let go. And he'd rather destroy the planet than see it go free. And you have the stupid capitulating native who does whatever the governor wants and kills whoever he wants because he's a bloodthirsty bastard. But yeah, I just find the whole thing nice. Okay. It's a good story.
Fair enough.
It's well written. Joe has some good parts. The Doctor has some good parts.
Terence said that this wasn't really meant to be political.
No. Oh, really? Of course. Yeah.
Anyway, Eddie, talk to me about Doctor Who and the Mutants, the second one.
So, I really like this as well. So, again, it's no secret, I'm a big fan of Pertwee. Pertwee and Matt Smith are my favourite Doctors. Classic Doctor, definitely Pertwee all the way. This is really good, and I'm going to it's just the subtle things I'm going to focus on. So it's the nod to Aeroplane. I don't care. I know Aeroplane came after it, but there's the nod to Aeroplane in the corridor. It's about the Solonians can park in the white zone, but the Overlords can park in the red. It was just little.
That's segregation. It's apartheid.
Yes, but not political at all.
No,
Just remember, don't start with
It's
your
a
red
satire.
zone, white zone bullshit.
it's a satire on empire and apartheid. That's what the mutants is, whether they deny it or not. It is.
And it's the whole thing around one of the strong characters is Cotton, right? Cotton is strong,
And Stubbsy.
honourable. Ultimately, is going to become the person that's in charge for taking the governor's mess
And
and
go on,
and
say it.
fixing it.
And he's black.
I didn't want to, but it shouldn't.
No,
be
but
a-
this is great.
Yeah,
It's good.
It shouldn't be a thing, but yeah, and again, 1970s. Look at what we were watching in terms of doom watching, in terms of the masochistic nonsense that was on TV at that time. To portray, okay, a black man in such a strong, honourable way, he's the person that's left to kind of like fix the governor's mess at the end of this, is absolutely fantastic. So political bullshit, like seriously, and again, all power to them for doing it. The other thing I really like about this is just
So say the 4 white people here.
I know. Pertwee as well, just his performance, just the little subtle digs are all in there. There's the bit where they're having the kind of the pseudo trial, and it was the scientist guy that's doing the planet. The engineer comes up and says, "Who are you?" "I'm a doctor." Brilliant. It's just Pertwee's just subtle. I don't know if that was just ad hoc or whatever, but it's just Pertwee is just as the Doctor for the 70s for me. Tom Baker, yes, great, but Pertwee all the way. Pertwee and Delgado, that's the Doctor master for me from the 1970s, and a long way to get better. So good, strong episode, great story, and again, subtly handled, but the clues are there, not too subtle. So no, I think it's a great one. And things like the spaceship set, I thought was good as well. Of its time, but great. The special effects for the metamorphosis, I thought was brilliant as well, really colourful. And the mutants, those costumes and those, I think they still hold up. I thought
They do. Very, very
really,
well
really good.
indeed.
They do.
So a creative, I've been on a budget. Just shows you how much these guys could get out of the budgets they had. Great story, great special effects, great performances. What more can you ask for?
Oh, don't bring up budget because, you know.
Hey,
Oh,
there's a first in this series, in this story. Anybody guess what it is? The use of the geodesic dome design. That triangular sort of... That starts, I believe, here. Though it could have been Colony in Space, but I think it's here. And it just appears everywhere after that. Just, you know. Also, what do we think of the music?
oh yeah, the sound, the music is very. Is this the start? Because is this the same sort of thing that they used in the Sea Devils? That kind of electronic mini
It
moog.
came straight after the Sea Devils, and it's Tristram Carey, one of Doctor's very first composers, doing it. And he's well known for doing these electronic and radiophonic stuff.
So is that mini moog and all that would be used
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
he was experimenting with that.
synthesizers?
Yeah.
Ah, no, I just love that. I just think that's
I mean,
great.
it was a noise palette rather than music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
But it works. It works.
It works for the show.
Sin, what are your thoughts? What is your... hang on a second. Hang on. I got to play this. I've got to play this. Hang on. Oh, dear. It's here somewhere. Right, you ready? Here we go. There we go. We played it. We played it.
Nice.
Sister, we would like your judgment, please, upon...
Well, I can't really add much to what the guys have said. It's been a couple of years since I watched this series. It's a 6-parter, isn't it?
Yes.
Bit long. I do think it's longer than
I think
necessary.
it holds up.
No, I don't think it's one of those 6-parters that it's kind of padding in it.
Yeah, it doesn't drag.
I
It
mean,
keeps
much as I
going.
like the Sea Devils, I think it's episode 3, all the running around with men on horses and everything else like that, that felt like padding. But I don't think this pads badly.
as speaking as an ardent imperialist, it's quite sad that the empire is collapsing in this story. But yeah, I mean, it's classic British guilt about the empire coming into play, basically, and what you're seeing is, unfortunately,
Please be careful with that Federation trooper gun.
it's right. It's not standard issue.
Okay.
That's a quote, by the way. Sorry. Anyway,
No, and I know which one from.
anyway, the point. Project Avalon.
Yes.
The point I was making is that it does actually reflect real world realities in that. Okay, I'm not okay. So in all cases of either a dictator or an imperial invasion of a country, a lot of differences in local tribes kind of get suppressed and kind of stamped underfoot. And as soon as that dictator or that imperial entity is removed, those old rivalries open up again. And you see a bit of this in this story with the different factions of the Solonians, basically wanting at each other's throats, that kind of thing. It happens, look at Iraq, for example. Saddam Hussein, nut job that he was, kept these people under heel. And as soon as you have a power vacuum...
He did again favour his own tribe.
Yeah. But as soon as there's a power vacuum, you end up with the likes of ISIS coming out of the woodwork and all this kind of thing. I'm not saying one thing is better than the other. I'm just saying it's a reality. And this serial reflects that reality. And then, of course, you have this kind of, the main plot being that the colonists, the Earthmen think that these mutants are an aberration. And in fact, because of, I think it's the orbit of the planet, isn't it? It actually, they're going through a colder period or something.
Warmer period. They're moving into summer.
Summer, after 500 years.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a natural kind of evolution. It's I can't really add anything to what the guys have already said. I do like the two sort of the maintenance / trooper guys that we get a lot of. We get a lot of the story from their perspective of, they're sort of looking after this sky base, which is kind of in some degrees falling apart because of lack of maintenance. And they're getting given all the shitty jobs to do. And you kind of see it from their perspective. You're looking at it from the perspective of the guy, the grunts, basically, not just the nut job governor. It's a good story. I just think it's a little bit long, but I can't think of much padding that I would remove from it. Maybe, there's just 6-episode ones are always a bit of a slog sometimes. Not always, sometimes.
Would it have been improved in, say, episode 5, the entrance of Servalan and some Federation guards? Basically, Doctor Who.
I was
Who
about
indeed,
to say,
Supreme Commander?
If you wanted to be terribly anal, and I can
I
be...
thank Gary Gillett for that, by the way.
And if you wanted to kind of try and tie in the Terran Federation era of the galaxy in Blake 7 into the history of Doctor Who, I think this one would fit quite nicely.
I agree very, very, very much so. I do tend to stick to the New Adventures timeline.
Although the Federation aren't the kind to dismantle an empire, they would... it would have to be a later part of the Federation.
After the Galactic War.
Possibly after the Galactic War.
Or a period some hundreds of years later when they're slightly more benevolent. Or maybe the reason the Empire is having to dismantle itself is because they're off fighting a big war with the Daleks somewhere.
Hey, I like that one. What do we think? As it is, like I say, the New Adventures timeline addresses all this. And the Empire falls because it's simply too big to sustain. And then they go through a period, and then you get the Galactic Federation round about the year 4000.
It's the same with the British Empire. You get a lot of questions as to, obviously the British, we called upon the Empire to kind of help during both world wars. But it's kind of ironic because people would say, well, you can't, you're too big to fall. You've got the Empire. You're relying on the Empire to defend yourself. No, we had to defend the Empire. It's the other way around, and it was too big, and we've lost somebody.
Yep, Brian, he sent a message. His internet's gone.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
That was scary.
Brian, why are you
Welcome
pretending to be
my
Eddie?
world. Welcome to my world.
I don't know. Stop infecting my network.
Oh, you're
I
very
don't like
close to
this.
your eyes, Betty.
I've moved in the camera. I'm not comfortable where I'm.
Where would you like to be?
Where I was, I was over here.
Over here, right. So you want me to swap you and Brian, do you?
Yeah, please.
All right, so are you happy being up there?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm at the top of my screen.
Well, you're at the top of this one as well, so there we go. That's
Yeah.
how things should be, let's be honest with you.
It's fine on Twitter now. It's just I know my place at the bottom. I'm the grunt.
Right, if you say so. Okay, so generally a thumbs up for the mutants, yes?
Two.
yes.
No, two. This is Petri. Lubba.
Great target book as well, quite frankly.
Yeah, and nice to have a third Doctor story where he's not on Earth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they
Yes.
they do a couple of those one last season, two this season, and then he gets his freedom back.
Yeah.
I mean, ostensibly, the Time Monster, you could say he's almost got his freedom.
I do have to wonder though, why would the Time Lords be interested in passing on this information? What is the wider thing going on here? Because-
Possibly that because Jaeger's experiments had advanced the process, and then they seem to have stalled. They needed that tablet to complete the thing, the gestation period, and it had completely thrown it all off, which meant that a unique life form, as the Doctor put it, would just be wiped out. And judging by their godly appearance, they're possibly supposed to exist or something.
So,
I guess.
if I look at it from a cynical perspective, what's in it for the Time Lords?
Possible
these
help in
ethereal
a
beings
future
for a
war
threat.
with an evil threat. Hey, that's something Big Finish could do. Try and get the
Bring him back
Solonians
in,
on side.
Dalek War, yeah.
Yeah, in the Time War. Right, there we go. We're sending that in.
They don't take submissions from unsolicited people.
Yeah, it might give them the
But
idea.
Dominic could get
The
it
idea.
done.
Copyright.
We have a
Flash and
man
Blade.
on the inside.
Twitch
Don't
war.
worry about it.
Excellent.
We got two men on the inside.
Can we pitch him the key to time thing as well?
Possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll appreciate us taking advantage of that.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. So we liked the mutants. That was good, and we didn't do a Big Finish this week because, well, there was a Torchwood out, but I have a feeling it wasn't. I don't think it's the modern day Torchwood team. I think it's the 1950s Torchwood team, and we know nothing about them. And I have a feeling we'd have been gotten rather confused by that.
Right.
So I thought, no, we won't do that one. I'm talking for myself, basically. I don't like going into an audio and not knowing who everybody is and what the backstory is. So, there. So I don't know what's coming out next week on Big Finish yet. I have to wait and see. However, you can put your feet up for this bit, Sin.
Okay.
We did watch Doomwatch. You're right there, Brian.
I'm fine.
You're not
I'm
getting a
just
little
dandy.
tick every time I mention the name.
A little bit. A little bit.
So it is. Some islanders have had to be evacuated because of earthquakes, and they're very cut-off islanders. It's supposedly in the South Pacific, but it looks more like North Atlantic to me.
Is this the Falkland Islands? Is it a variant of the Falkland
It
Islands?
might be, yeah. And they're a very isolated people. And
For at least 150 years.
well, quite. And we follow one of them trying to fit in with everyday society and having the demands of both sorts of lives on him. And then people start dying, and then they discover that actually that the islanders can never go back because there's stuff that's been leaked, mercury I think it is, that's been leaked
Yeah.
into the sea from
The entire island is toxic.
Yep.
Mercury poison.
And then they're given the choice of whether they go back or not. So there we go. That was Doomwatch.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Eddie, do you want to Have you got anything to say about this?
There was a lovely bit in it where they were in a factory making cakes. I really enjoyed that bit. They were making like it was like jam. It was like jam cream sponge things. And I mentioned that to Angela, and she went out and she brought me a nice jam cream sponge from Marks and Spencer's, and it was a really lovely cake.
Right,
Really, really light, fluffy. The cream was really, really nice. Not fresh cream, but it was still nice.
Good.
And, yeah, so yeah.
Hang on a
Two
second.
thumbs up for the.
Sponsored
this-
by
this-
M&S.
This is important. Okay, I want to test this theory. All right, this has helped me decide what we're going to watch next week. I was going to go for Robots of Death, just to make sure Dr. Sinister came on. But I'm not that manipulative. We're going to watch Image of the Fendal, in which there are cake recipes and lots of cake.
So we're
Alright.
making through a wee cake thing at the moment, so that's nice. That's good. Sorry.
Don't follow the doctor's cake recipe, that's all I'm saying.
These are Sainsbury's post-it notes. They don't stick. Just pointing that out.
Well,
just,
you have
just the
earthquakes.
Yeah. We do. Yes.
You have
yes.
earthquakes
Not
up
just
there.
Yes, why have post-it notes that stick? I mean,
And we have mercury in the water as well. We're isolated too. Welcome to Scotland. No, so this was the first one that I actually watched
yes, do
that
watch.
actually prompted me to actually want to eat something rather than put me off it. So I was appreciative of that.
Ah, dear.
So plus this story just was a snooze fest. I mean, such a great premise, and then we get the Chinese experimenting that Chris could all be done with because they're going back to their island. There's mercury poisoning there now that's going to be used for nuclear test explosions. It's just it's these poor people and the British government just basically try to wash their hands of them. It sounds great, but it just doesn't come to that. It's too much. Nice cakes.
Well, we've got
Lovely
a
sponge.
case going on at the moment, and is it the Chagos Islands? I cannot remember. But their land got sold out from underneath them by the British government, and they've moved over here, and the government having to put them up in hotels and everything else like that because they're British citizens. And you know their land got sold out from under. I'm pretty sure there's legal cases going on about it. You know this is a real thing. This has happened.
But they didn't explore it. We get the guy in hospital. We get the guy in the factory falling out with his factory owner, and he's not really. And he's really. It doesn't really know whether it's going to be a character explosion, like one of these a character-driven story, a political story, and it ends up delivering neither. So, not one of the best.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that can be said for the entire show. Not one of their best.
Ooh. The next one is called No Room for Error. I say that now before I forget to actually say what it is. Brian, your turn.
Yeah, I
Good luck
can't
with
really
that.
top Eddie on this one. It tries too hard to be one thing and it fails, and it tries another thing, it fails at that, and the whole deal with okay, let's go back to Poison Island, which is home, and we could live there. Or stay here and we could die because we have no natural immunities. Yeah, these people are fucked.
Yes, basically. There's also, I just bring this up because I mentioned the fact it might be, they mention it is in the Pacific.
Sounds like Pitcairn Island.
But the trouble is, they go out there in a little pleasure boat, basically, and then come back, and it doesn't take them Christ knows how long to do it.
There's Pitcairn Island in the South Pacific, which is in the middle of nowhere. It's got no airfield. They're entirely reliant on big ships to bring in supplies. There's about 150 people living there. It's
And do they all work for you?
unknowingly.
Even better. Even better.
How's that underground base going?
It's not so much underground as the island moves.
Oh,
It's
hello.
like the Death Star.
It's like Atlantis. We're
I can
back
just-
in Atlantis, Sin.
I can just float it alongside anyone with a coastline and threaten them.
I do need to ask you, what is the name of that T-shirt?
The name of this T-shirt.
Yes. I tonight am wearing Brian.
Interesting. I haven't actually decided, to be honest.
Because we worked out that your other one's called Atlantis, and we had a bit of a
I've
problem.
got my green one is called Terrence because
Yep.
it's green.
Yep.
The blue one is Atlantis because it's underwater.
and
This
there's
one's
3 dooms awaiting it.
Yeah, this one's black. I don't.
Space.
Valiard.
Yeah, I'll have to come back to you on this.
Okay, fair enough. We've given him pause for thought, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what to say next.
Erased.
Pardon?
It's called Erased.
Erased.
Yes, in recognition of all the missing episodes, which are blank.
Well, that's how they get the smoke to signify that they've chosen a new doctor.
It is, quite frankly. They're,
They just
burning,
burn a
they're
Troughton
burning
episode.
Troughton episodes even as we speak.
Burn the Dominators, please.
Oh, we haven't done that one yet. Well, but for the cake recipe, we'll do Image of the Fendal next week. That's
Scary
season
one, that
15.
is. It's bloody scary.
You
that
did
one.
a great Photoshop job of me and my season 15's
Did.
scarf with trees and everything.
Yeah.
That looked really good, even though it was me.
If you're ever walking down a path at night, just picture Image of the Fendal and it will fuck you up.
Terrence's novelisation is quite good. There's a very odd section. No, I'll save it until next week when we review it, because there are certain points I need to make about it, but it wouldn't be right to do it now. Okay. Right, so Doomwatch, did you enjoy it? Okay, moving on.
Are you enjoying? So I've only ever seen a couple of episodes of Doomwatch, and that was 20 years ago. Is anybody enjoying any Doomwatch? It doesn't sound like you.
There was 2 that were actually okay. 2 that were okay.
I'm enjoying it, but I like archive shit like this.
She likes torturing us.
Yes, frankly. Plus, we're getting to the point where I don't know what is coming. So
Does that mean
we're
at
all
some
in for
point
a
you must have
surprise.
stopped? You must have stopped in the past.
Yeah, basically. We're in for it now.
Oh, boy.
I'm now waiting for somebody to come and stab me. Are you basically saying I'm Immortus? Oh,
That you like torturing us? Yes.
that's not what I meant. Okay. I mean, about the universe stop. It doesn't matter.
No, if you were Immortus, we'd have to kill you so that we could get free up the timelines.
Yeah, but the problem with this, it's the whole premise of the Timekeepers and the Time Twisters. It's silly.
Yes, it is.
Just saying, it is.
I'm just saying, in one of those timelines, we got a second season of Serenity, of Firefly.
in one of
goddammit.
those fucking timelines, and I'm not sure how many, but not many. I should imagine at least one. Hopefully, this show's good. It would be.
You mean that's not this one?
No. Listen, where did you grab that from? Because the font of it looks very similar to the font Sinister used for our thingy.
That's
Thank
where
you.
I grabbed it from.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. Yeah.
Oh, you grabbed it from that, did you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Righty-ho. Yeah, I asked Sinister what we should call it.
I
And
thought
he
it was-
just
I thought it was
happened to
genius.
say,
I thought
no,
that
you
was
wanted
genius.
that brought in, and we just had that from the Vidiprog, and I thought, fuck it, we'll play it. Did you watch all the way through to the end?
You know, I'm a completist. I'll watch it all the way
I'm
through.
so sorry about Mad Jarwell.
Got a lot to answer
Look,
for.
you don't have to keep apologizing.
He
for me,
didn't
Jarwell.
watch all the way
Oh,
to
no,
the
no,
end.
I thought they were still watching about Doomwatch. I says, yeah. I
Oh,
watched it all
sorry,
the
no,
way
no,
through
no,
the
no,
end.
no, the Genesis of the
No,
Daleks
no, I'm
thing we
working
did.
my way through it. Sorry.
Oh,
I'm
right,
working my way through it.
okay.
I was watching it before I came on.
You've got Mad Jarwell to come.
Oh,
Right. Yes, so Doomwatch, like I say, no room for error next week. I'll upload it in a moment. It's the only way we can do this. I've seen that there are links in now to this. I don't think you're part of our Discord. I'm going to invite you to our Discord chat thing, which means we can then do this on Discord from now on, which means I'll be back to front and really confused. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, so let's abandon Doomwatch now to its own devices. And move on. To test their mettle, the new guys have gone on a mission. They've been down to well, teleported down. I apologise to this planet for somebody that Dana knows, and so her and Tarrant are going down to the first. No, not the first Tarrant. Actually, we've had more Tarrants in Blake 7, haven't we? Before then, we must have done.
Oh, don't know actually.
We must have done, because I was going
That
to
makes
start
sense,
calling
yeah.
him the first Tarrant.
Definitely get a second one later.
Yeah. It's a tricky one, that.
I think he's the first Blake 7 talent.
Wasn't Tarrant the name of the guy with the limp in the way back? Come on, guys, help me out here.
I'm googling it.
Interesting.
Or am I thinking of the book?
All I can think of is Terrence and Phillip from South Park. Eddie gets it.
I don't.
Yeah,
I really.
I
don't.
know. I know.
they're Canadians. They're from Canada. What's that about?
They're Canadians, buddy.
I have
They're
no
cultured
idea
back
what any of you are talking about now. Don't explain it to me, please. Just don't.
Flappy heads.
Righty ho. Anyway, it's a pacifist society down on the planet, which have got a big bomb at the centre of their planet that will blow up the planet, which I've never done before.
Yeah, sorry.
Might have done. Once.
Sorry.
It was one time. Anyway, yes, and it sort of doesn't go very well. And then Serverland turns up. And Sin and I were just talking about this on Messenger a little bit earlier. What the hell is she driving? What is that ship?
I absolutely despise that command cruiser.
They just had some extra stuff and they poured it in a jelly mold and fuck it, there it is.
It looks like it's made of fucking concrete. It's not the same aesthetic as any of the Federation ships that we've seen.
Whatsoever.
I think it's an alien ship that she has stolen from some conquest at some point. Bearing in mind that at this point of time, they're a bit strapped for cash and ships and things like that.
He makes a fair point. He makes
There's not serving enough servers down at Serverland.
Well, that explains why they want the Liberator so bad.
Yeah, even more so than
All they
before.
have is junk to fly around.
Yeah, and even their fleet commanders look a bit ragged.
They do, don't they? Oh
They
dear.
do.
Anyway,
They're under a lot of stress.
this is the episode Volcano, Blake 7, Series C. I think it's episode 4 or episode 3. Episode 3. Yeah. And we're doing Dawn of the Gods next week, by the way. I'm saying that now because I remembered it now, and in 10 seconds' time I might not do. Anyway, so yeah. This one is serviceable, I think. It's not the greatest thing of sliced bread, but it's by no means the worst. Oh no, that's yet to come. Very soon. Oh, very soon. And then there's animals. Anyway, I've got these pleasures to come. Calm down.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Brian, tell me about Doctor Who and the Blake 7.
And the
Okay, so Dana and Tarrant go down to the planet.
Yes.
This leaves the original crew back up on the ship so they can talk shit about them.
Yes.
They're evaluating, blah, blah, blah. Tarrant and Dana discover, oh, they're pacifists. Well, you're going to need friends because the Federation will come.
What do you make of this idea to have a planetary base? Do you think it makes sense?
Not a bad idea. I wouldn't choose a planet. I would go more like an asteroid somewhere. A moon, maybe. Someplace remote and inaccessible that not everyone has on their radar, like a planet.
Okay.
You know, pirates striking from their secret base in the asteroid field.
What did you enjoy
It's not
about
bad.
this? What didn't you enjoy about this?
what did I enjoy about this? The whole kill team from the Federation pretty much doing things how you murder hobos in my campaign would.
We are not murder hobos. We're not.
You're playing a literal Jedi bag lady.
Yes.
So the rest of the murder hobos strike a deal with the son of the leader of the pacifists.
Right.
Okay, great, fine. They corrupt one. He gives Dana and Tarrant to him, along with their teleport bracelets. So they get beamed up to the ship and they start taking it over.
Yes. Very efficiently,
big
I
there.
find. Very efficiently, I find.
Very, very efficiently. I mean,
Better than
Callie's
Better than Travis ever did.
Oh, yeah. Callie's trying to be not the worst telepath in the universe. She's trying really hard.
trying.
She's not succeeding, but
Yeah.
she's trying.
Right.
And Avon just can't hear her, which I find funny. Because the bridge is taken over. Okay, great.
Flight deck.
Avon
love.
sneaks
Flight
and
deck.
kills 2 of the guys before getting shot in the arm.
Thankfully, we'll never see the Federation on the Liberator again.
Uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. Did I say that out loud?
I believe that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a recurring trope, to be fair.
Well, also
They've done it a
the
few
nice
times
thing
now.
is seeing, space battles in space.
Yes. It's where space battles belong, quite frankly. Don't want
And the
them
most
space battles
powerful
coming
ship
over
in
here.
the galaxy actually being the most powerful ship in the galaxy and beating the crap out of everyone else.
Yes, that's very true.
At least for a short time until they regroup and come back.
What didn't you like?
What didn't I like?
Waiting for Tarrant to leave his lips.
Yeah, the whole Terrence smugness, superiority complex. I didn't like that.
You ain't
I
seen
did-
nothing yet.
Yeah, I figured as much. I didn't like Callie really failing again and again and again at being a telepath.
The point is, she put in the effort.
She put in the effort, and that's
her
good
best.
for her.
Yes, give her something for taking part.
However, I would have left her on that volcano.
Also, she can't count.
No, she can't.
Very true. Okay.
Yeah.
Sinister, your go, because you've just finished
Um,
watching it, haven't you?
I have just finished watching it. I hadn't seen it for a while. It's an okay episode. The word I would use is forgettable.
I note
Yeah.
how we're
Yeah.
talking about Blake Seven. You've just put the gun down.
Oh, I can. Well, I'm about to pick it up because
Yes.
He's forgotten it.
this
he
is
forgot the gun. It's symbolic.
this is the first of a few episodes in this season where Servalan gets a henchman to whom she can tell the plot. There's a few episodes of this, lots of exposition. In fact, you had this. There was an episode last season when they were on Freedom City or whatever, and there was the guy saying, "But why are you doing this?" He was Scottish. Sorry, that's a really bad impersonation.
Well, that was Eddie.
and
was me.
That
And she
was
was
Eddie.
and it basically it's just Servalan explaining what the hell's going on.
But I need to. I'm sorry. I do need to stop you there because we have to address this. We didn't actually. You see, Eddie was ill. The episode the show that we reviewed this episode with this man in. I don't think he really was because he knew we would start making comparisons between the two.
Conflict of interest. Sorry, it was a conflict of interest.
Please carry on. Sinister.
Anyway,
I'm watching. you, boy.
so yeah, we get the first of a series of Federation henchmen who couldn't. I mean, okay, so the guy does temporarily take control of the Liberator, Avon very cleverly instructs Zen to just fire at anything that fucking comes within his sensor range. And, the guy basically shits himself and says, we better get off the ship. So, ultimately not terribly competent. And Servalan just has a constant stream of...
Can we have a Sinister rating on this, please?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10? Right, hang on a sec. I'd forgotten to do the thing again.
Anyway,
We can wait.
Anyway, so the other issue is Callie can't fucking count. Avon, there are 3 of them. No, there's clearly fucking 4. What's going on? Secondly, 8 Federation ships attack the Liberator. 5, I counted them, are destroyed quite effectively, and then you see 8 ships retreating from the Liberator with no explanation. Was it a pincer movement? What was going on there? Anyway,
Can I also add
go on.
that in Series 1 we got told the Liberator could handle up to 3 pursuit ships. Anything more than that?
I think that was with simultaneous firing. They weren't actually firing at the time. Only one of them was firing to start with because they had the guys on board.
I'll happily be wrong about that.
Yeah, they had to make it look good.
Yeah. You do get a similar battle later on in this series with even more ships.
Spoilers.
But I'm not going to go into massive detail
Brian
about that.
hasn't seen any of this. I'm terrified he's going to be spoiled by it.
Nice to be able to see some location work that wasn't in a mine or in a gravel pit, but actually on some kind of grassy hill. And I thought the volcano was kind of, the volcano
It was all right, wasn't it?
was done quite well.
Yeah.
There was a bit of a weird kind of robot. Chancellor Goth was in it.
Yes, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Was it Goth? It was Goth, wasn't it? Was it Head-In?
It's head in.
Head-In. Sorry, Head-In. Yes.
It is head in. Yes, it's Michael Goff. That's what.
Michael
Hang on,
Attiel.
Oh my God, Eddie's haunted.
What? No.
Anyway,
6.
the other thing I'd like to say
Jinkies.
is Brian mentioned the Federation kill team. On the planet, it's not standard Federation uniform, although it does go whiff, whiff, whiff quite a lot. Anyway,
You like that? Yes.
they remind, and I know this was like long time before this film came out, but they looked awfully like Death Troopers from Rogue One, don't you think?
They did indeed.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Anyway, it was an okay episode. Wasn't bad. Ultimately, kind of forgettable. But we do see this introduction of the idea of having this planetary base, as you said, and that will become very relevant later on.
You see, I wasn't going to go any further than what I'd said, but okay, fair enough.
Not saying any more than that.
No. Eddie.
There's a lot I can add. I can just a couple of observations.
Yes,
So
please.
I like this one in the fact that we all felt sorry for him last week because he was just taking advantage of. He dropped his guard. They thought he'd found Shangri-La. And this week he's pissed off. So this week he's the one that actually goes and this basically saves the Liberator. If I'm remembering this correctly, because I watched this a week ago and like Sinister said, it's not exactly the most memorable one, but he's the one that basically faces up to Servalan and says, it's me, it's not one of your henchmen, and starts firing on the ship and causes him to retreat. So I like that. He's also the one Callie is taken away as a hostage. He runs up to her and gives her the spare couple of bands so they can go down. So Avon comes into his own in this. I quite like that. Are we seeing the worm turning? Probably not. And the other bit I liked about this was I remember vividly watching this when it was first on and thinking, what's the guy from Spandau Ballet doing in Blake 7? And Taran always reminds me of the third. Spandau Ballet want their bass guitarist back. It's like the third Kemper that we never actually told about. So that's all I can add.
Fair enough. Brian and Eddie, did you enjoy it?
It was okay. It's not one of the best. It was okay.
Okay. And Sinister, what is your judgment, please, Sinister?
Acceptable.
Just acceptable?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
It's acceptable when your life is spared.
There we go. I better put the camera back up as it was. I'd almost forgotten that bit.
Acceptable means there are to be no executions.
Oh,
Yeah, that's good.
yes, that's
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 fair.
always handy.
And on Sunday as well.
There are some cracking episodes in this series, but there's also possibly one of the worst.
Yes. We've got Dawn of the Gods next week, which should be interesting.
Yeah.
It's I can't remember much about it, and I'm pretty much going into it blind.
Put it this way: in the early '90s, they released Blake Seven on VHS, and you could get a special cabinet for it, and it was 2 episodes per cassette, and the cassette would come out every couple of months or something. And this was a cassette that didn't get played very much, with Dawn of the Gods and Volcano on it.
Well, like I say, I enjoyed Volcano. It was better than I thought it was going to be. But
I do like the little FU that the head pacifist gave everyone.
And they're all dying anyway, aren't they? I mean,
Yeah.
it was a sacrifice, but they were all dying anyway.
all dying anyway. So they blew up the planet. Can't go wrong doing that. All right, that did go wrong that time. But...
They need to work on their robot design as well.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
don't they just?
Yeah.
Goodness me.
Big clampy hand.
Brian, I think in a couple of days, Blake 7 comes to BritBox US. It'll
Okay.
probably be better quality than what you've got.
I doubt it, but okay. I have DVD rips, so I'm fine.
Can I just ask, do you think it's missing Blake?
Oh, good question.
To be honest, I wasn't missing Blake when Blake was here. So
To me, it was always the Avon show. Avon just
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, that's.
Avon 7.
I think it's trying to find its way now. We haven't seen the new team together long enough to be able to tell how it's
Well,
going.
metaphorically, they've lost their rudder. Blake's gone. Federation is in ruins.
And yet
What are they rebelling against now?
Was there not a comment by Serverland basically saying they're just rogue bandits now and they're not the
Yeah.
threat, so
They
they can
actually
pick them
call-
off later?
They call themselves mercenaries in this episode, so they refer to themselves as mercenaries with the people on the planet. So
What are you rebelling against? What do you got?
what do you got?
Right. So next week is Dawn of the Gods, and whatever that Doomwatch episode was, I said it was. I'll send it to you in a moment. Possibly a Blake 7. Possibly. I'm sorry, Blake 7. Possibly a Big Finish. Yes, thank you very much. And Image of the Fendal, simply for the cake.
Oh, the Doomwatch, just it was called No Room for Error.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. That one. Yeah. I genuinely cannot remember that one either.
If you
And the
haven't
$6
seen-
million man with Bigfoot.
We're not doing the $6 million man.
if you haven't
Not
seen,
Right.
Andy and I are.
if you haven't seen Image of the Fendal, I suggest you stock up on salt this week.
If you two want to run a separate show talking about the $6
No,
million man,
no.
I am more than happy to let you use this Twitch stream. Obviously, do your own.
That will be for private consumption, which will involve a conversation with me and Brian Waxlanikin about Andre the Giant. Sorry.
Yes.
That's my
When
wrestling.
that
Like
toy
I
comes
say,
out,
you
expect
are
a lot of
welcome.
conversation about
I would
Andre the
encourage it, in fact. I really would. One day. That's all.
Because I'll be
The fledglings will fly the coop.
coop.
Sorry. There's always Sean Bisson in the playground because he could run in slow motion better than me and he could raise his eyebrow better. Never got to be Steve Austin, except at home on my own at the cottage. Possibly oversharing here.
I had a $6 million man toy. He had a condom on his arm that you'd roll
Yes,
up.
Yes, the fake
always
flesh.
perished, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, always perished. And at some stage, you're bound to lose the bit of bionic that always came out.
And mine had an engine that you would pick up. And
I
was
didn't know what that
They all
bloody thing
did.
was.
I was very jealous because I think there was one that came with a girder as well, and I thought that was better.
That might have been the woman.
I had a replacement hand for his arm. You could take that arm off and you put one in, and it was a gas mask that came out of it. It was great. I love my $6 million mad toy.
I've never known about the gas mask bit.
So,
Yeah,
so
that was-
I collect vintage Action Man toys.
You do.
and
You do.
Having seen the success of the $6 million man, Action Man sorry, GI Joe in the US came out with Atomic Man. I have an Atomic Man in the room next door, and he's basically the $6 million man, slightly scaled down because the scale was a little bit smaller for Action Man.
Can I ask if you remember this? I had an Action Man that was like a
Sorry,
superhero that was on a piece of string and had a kind of bullet.
That's Bullet
armor.
Man. He's
Yeah,
very-
I think I
don't-
had that.
I don't have a Bullet Man, but an original Bullet Man is very, 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 very valuable.
Oh, I had one. That was one of my favourites.
He's got chrome plated pieces on him. I don't have a Bullet Man because I think he looks a little bit.
Well, Bullet Man's based off an old 50s comic book
Okay.
by the same people, Fawcett Comics, I believe, the same people that did Captain Marvel.
Did they have anything to do with ROM?
No.
Because I've got a ROM, which is the Road.
I had
That
a
was
run.
Marvel.
Yeah,
It
right.
was the
Yeah,
Space
but
Knights.
Yeah.
I know there was a comic series for ROM. I've got a ROM. He hasn't got all of his accessories, but he's complete, and his eyes do light up. But yeah, I've got a ROM. He's quite nice.
Yeah, I had a run when I was a kid. It was awesome.
Mm.
I've totally forgotten what I was going to say.
Next week on Toy Discussion.
Next week, toys.
The toys that made us.
We've come up with another set of Olympic sports this evening. I'm very pleased about that. That's 2 now, 2 for 2 shows. I'm contacting the IOC. It's the only way. Yeah, now, again, like I said, I'm not sure how the schedule's going to hold up. I don't know when my brother's funeral is, frankly. So we're going to have to wait and see. So, as it stands, Wednesday at 10:30 UK time and something else
5:30
for the others. It's our reaction to it's Brian, Eddie, and me reacting to. It's going to be the Age of Steel, isn't it?
Yep.
Yep.
Part 2.
Yep. And then Friday, 9 p.m. UK time, Sinister and I will be ripping the piss out of Genesis of the Daleks episode 4.
We don't take the piss.
Oh, we do a little bit. We know just where the targets are that you can gently mock.
Okay.
And we are. Gently. I mean, it's done with love.
Affectionately.
Yeah, very much so. Good God, yes. Like I say, it's our unique selling point. Everybody else is watching it for the first time normally. Us, we know it all. We've seen it tons of times. So we're sitting there and just having a laugh. And it's different.
Don't forget Saturday.
Yes, Saturday we've got the Star Wars role-playing game. What could possibly go wrong? And
I don't know. You and Retta had a great RP moment.
Yeah.
I was watching back on that, and that was fantastic.
To be fair, that should have made Ella, Retta's character, worship my character even more. Because remember, she
You went
thought I
from
was-
Jedi Space Hobo to Jedi Space Jesus.
Well, she was worshipping me at one point. If you
Then
remember
she smelled
rightly.
you. Gods don't smell like you.
They do. They smell in a mysterious way.
That's not mysterious. That's poo.
That's rude. How rude. That probably explains the flies. Anyway, yes. So, hang on. There's a thing here which.
Oh, can't. I'll just say it. Where does Sinister get his toys? I want a Blake 7 Federation.
No, you have to say it right. Where
Oh,
does he
that's-
get such wonderful toys?
toys.
There's a guy, Century Castings. He makes a whole load of Blake 7 props. This particular one, he makes batches of Federation rifles, and his latest batch, these are normally made of plastic, but he couldn't get the plastic pieces, so this one's made of aluminium. It's got a nice bit of weight to it.
That's nice.
I've also got a Scorpio gun with all the clips. I've got a teleport bracelet from the Liberator and a Liberator gun.
And did I see that you had a Space 1999 kind of like the stun gun?
I've got the comlock on the stun gun as well. Yeah.
And how many eagles do you have?
23, I think.
Do you have the Red Eagles? The one that kind of like there's a weaponized, like fully badass one.
Oh, the
I've got-
hawks.
The Hawks, that was it. Yeah.
I've got 2 hawks. Yeah. I've got those. I've got. There's one more eagle coming out from 1612, and then I think they're done. But I've got every eagle they've ever released, and a whole load from their predecessor Product Enterprise from about 20 years ago. I've got. Yeah, and I've had to rent a garage for my Lego, a separate garage. I've got so much Lego. I've got.
Oh, my neck.
Yeah, I've got a loft full of Doctor Who books. I've got a garage full of a dining room full of Action Man toys. I'm just basically help.
Seriously, I go round there and I'm always just wow, 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 wow.
And as you can see behind me, I have I've got a squadron of
TIE
TIE
fighters.
fighters hanging from my ceiling.
You haven't seen the Dalek Army yet.
Oh no, the Dalek Army. You can see there's a bit of it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's quite a few Daleks there, and they're all in. This is really sad, right? They're all in broadcast order.
I do exactly the same. I do
Your
exactly
Boba
the
Fett
same.
over there, is that a Mego?
This is this one here.
Yeah.
This is a Hot Toys one, I think.
Okay. All right. So it's not the 1970s
No.
Boba Fett from.
No. And I've got that's a TIE Fighter pilot helmet. This and you've probably seen this before, but this is me.
Oh yes.
That's
Action Man Andy.
I customized Action Man I made.
Gotta say, it's not up there with Dean Hill's Mini Me, to be fair.
No.
That's freaky, that thing.
That is pretty epic. Yeah.
I've got toy envy. I've got a pipe. I've got a pipe, and I've got 3 miniature things that I bought from.
You should come round, man. I'll take you round to my locker.
I'll take you up on that. I'll take you up on that.
I see. I'm going to be doing some driving.
I've got about 2,500 Lego sets, and I've tied up the amount. I've spent about 50 grand on Lego.
Is it insured?
Who needs to go to a toy museum? I'm coming to your house. I'll take you up on that. Seriously.
Yeah. Okay. And I've got quite a lot of Doctor Who figures as well. Like they're in boxes though; they're not out on display. But yeah,
Is that a cuddly Dalek you've got behind you as well?
That's from Build-A-Bear. I've got a Build-A-Bear Jodie, a Build-A-Bear Matt Smith, and 2 Build-A-Bear Tenants. But this is Build-A-Bear.
Bog the Bear.
So yeah.
Oh, hang on a second.
Oh,
Someone wasn't happy. They had to show their own toys.
They're watching. They're enjoying the show. They wanted to be in the show.
Did they?
I'm coming to Syracuse to see your toys as well, Brian. That's on the to-do list now as well. We're going to be driving a long way, Siobhan.
Her car can swim. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, electricity and water. That's going to work.
But Siobhan's car does this. So it's one of these.
Yeah. See,
Teleport.
Oh dear.
No, you're the one with the teleport braces.
He is. Yeah, very much so. Seriously,
Braces.
it's a wonderland at Dr.
Oh.
Sinister's. It really is. Obviously, you don't see the lower levels.
No,
That's where the real stuff
you
happens.
should open up a museum.
It would help me.
You could retire and be a curator.
Yeah.
Have round things on the walls.
This is my Build-A-Bear Frankenstein.
Oh,
yeah.
God, that's
Aw.
wonderful.
I didn't realise the Build-A-Bear shops were actually that clever.
This is the Build-A-Bear Bride of
Bride of
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein. Of course.
Wonderful.
Of course.
Oh, dear, I can't top that. How the hell do you top that? You don't, do you? We're going to go away.
With my shelf of shame,
No. We're going to go away.
Warhammer Mini said, "We'll never see paint."
Fine, that's like the millions of books I've got that I'll never read, and I still buy more.
Oh, I popped round to Adams this week to discuss charging points. It's an electric car thing. And he's extended his library. Put in extra shelves in spaces where there shouldn't be shelves, but there are shelves now. And I thought, well, yeah, that looks really good. That looks really neat. And then I said to him, what percentage of these books have you actually read? Low percentage.
None.
No, you read some of them. The trouble is, he's just so busy.
Yeah, I every time I go out, I buy books, and I've got in the bedroom, I've got stacks and stacks of piles of books that I've never read.
Eddie.
That's why I stopped getting hard copies of role-playing games. I don't have room for all of them.
Oh, the Marvel books are still going. We're heading towards 300 of the. That's just one series. They've stopped sending me the other ones, thank God. Eddie, you're going to Hooverville, aren't you?
I am, yes.
Bring some spending money, love.
Oh, I will do that. I plan to.
Oh,
Because my books, I've got the bookshelves behind them. A lot of those were gifts, and I will read them. The only ones I can say that I have categorically read, and again, it's my guilty pleasure. I love wrestling, and I've read all the wrestling autobiographies. Have been read, a couple of them multiple times.
I think I can honestly say, because you can't see all my books, I've got a load of Marvel books here, two 8-foot shelves full of them. And I'm still having to make piles elsewhere in cupboards, in my bedroom. They're just
4 long
everywhere.
boxes sitting in my cupboard, in my closet.
Don't look. Don't go there, because when I die, you're the one who pays for the postage for this lot to go over to you. So, careful there.
Customs will come to me. You
Yeah,
want
yeah.
these boxes?
I mean, Eddie's stuff's fairly easy, but you, man, oh Jesus, all the big heavy stuff, and that's the one that's going to be shipped to America.
Tape it up and FedEx it.
I won't be around. Don't tell me.
Guys, if it helps, I am running a Kickstarter to finish the monorail under the sea across the Atlantic.
Oh, cool.
Does it go through Springfield?
Which one?
Yes. Yes, by the Arbico plant.
It can go through all the Springfields if we get enough cash.
What about the?
Just remember, every place has a Springfield.
The mountain of burning tires.
Arbico.
Anyway, I could ship it across on the monorail if we get enough funding.
That's good. I like that idea.
There's 2 stages to the monorail. There's the monorail,
Yes.
and then there's the protective cover so that you don't drown when you're on the monorail.
Well, yes, but I would have assumed. I would have assumed that would have been like the carriages would be the protective thing. Or are you having an extra protective thing? Which
No,
is
there's another
unlike
one
you,
around
to
it
be fair.
because
No. This doesn't sound like proper Sinister. Normally, he wouldn't do that.
Hold on. It's $1,000 to travel on the monorail.
Right.
It's $15,000 if you want to be able to breathe.
That's more like Sinister.
Have you done an environmental impact study on how it's affecting the marine life?
Well, badly, which is what I wanted. I don't like fish.
Oh, the arguments. Jesus, the arguments.
The difficulty
We
is
took him to Brighton
where there's
SeaWorld.
volcanic activity, but you might have to wear some asbestos lining to go across that bit.
We took him to Brighton SeaWorld. He was there for 3 hours having it out with a fucking sandfish. And I don't know what a sandfish is, because I just made that up, because I couldn't think. I would have said cod, but I'm sure they don't have cod. But 3 hours he was there, in my imagination, doing that. Just saying.
Happy to have been the arbiter of the extinction of the sandfish. That's all I can say.
Explains so much. Just so much explained. Hey, are you coming back next week?
Yeah, if we're doing Image of the Fendal, I ought to.
Oh, nice.
Unless people get bored of me, of course, in which case I'll happily hide in a corner.
What's it matter? They've been bored with me and Brian for months.
Listen, we've
I
got
know.
4 viewers. 2 of them are Brian and Eddie. One of them is Retta. I don't know who. So it's basically one viewer.
Jess is viewing.
Oh, so Jess. There we go. So basically, we are broadcasting to Brian and Eddie plus 2 of our friends.
And my son sometimes.
And GCHQ.
And GCHQ.
And GCHQ.
No, Sean isn't in there. We haven't got the viewers for that.
Yeah, Sean's
Sean
not
can't be.
on
He's
here.
let us down this. Ooh. I was
He's
going to
doing his
suggest him as a
dissertation.
ginger
Doing his-
doctor.
Oh.
No, I wasn't.
There is a picture though that he actually. I think I've posted before.
You might get a picture with the Colin Baker.
Be nice.
That'd be cool. Make sure
Sherman's
he's
gonna be there as
got
well.
your neck firmly in hand, well, just to mimic his regeneration.
Plus,
Yeah.
quite frankly, It would make me laugh.
Give him some carrot juice.
Yes, he'd appreciate that very, very much.
No
I'm
one's
sure
ever done
nobody's ever done that
No one's ever
before.
done that before.
On top of that, he hates carrot juice. Yeah. Oh, that was that 4 weeks away now. Hooverville.
Yeah.
4 or 5 weeks now.
That's Hooverville,
Getting
12 folks up in Derby at the Quad. Tickets still available. You've got Colin Baker, you've got Rob Sherman, you've got Colin Spall, you've got Paul Lavery, Keith Barnfather, somebody else who I can't remember, and I should remember, and I can't. But there we go. It's a slimmed down one this year, to be fair. They've got fewer guests because COVID. But,
I have been trying to. By the way, on a slightly.
and you need to wear this as well.
I was trying to get you a Mechanoid the other day on eBay,
Oh,
but
bless you.
the price went ridiculous. So.
Oh, come on! How ridiculous did it go?
I think it was over 100 in the end.
You're kidding! What? Just for the Mechanoid alone, or the whole set?
No, there was a set I had my eye on. There was a Mechanoid that went for 53 in the end, and I got slightly outbid because I bid up to like £52 or something.
I would never forgive you if you spend that money just getting me a Mechanoid. I really wouldn't.
You said you
It
wanted.
sounds like how the Death's Head Transformers that I found.
I got a Death's Head.
They wanted $160 for it.
I did tell Adam about it, or did I? Can you remember next Saturday to mention it? Just
Sure.
somehow Death's Head, because we'll mention it to him again. Because that's the sort of thing I can see him getting. He hasn't got space for it, though. That's all I'm saying. That brings us back to the shelving. Oh, dear. I enjoyed that. That's good. So we've got the 4 of you next week. The 4 of you? No, the 3 of you next week. And
Where's your other?
Unless Sinister might be bringing one of his clones.
that's true.
I
Like I say, though, remember, please, folks, the schedule is up in the air. Just waiting for all this to get back to normal, frankly. We're going to go away. Would you like to say goodbye? Well, we can still chat.
Okay.
Doesn't really just means that we're not going to be eavesdropped on. Right. Anyway,
So
so
with Rita.
well, and
Brett and Jess.
Jess.
Is it eavesdropping if you broadcast it?
However, hang on a second. You could say exactly the same. Is it eavesdropping if someone's making a noise with their mouth?
That's interrogation.
The pipe's out.
It's not working.
We're having
It's
a
not
moment of
helping.
pondering.
It's not helping.
Brian's got his interrogation lamp by the side of him.
He has. And he's
He
slowly
does.
sinking further and further down his picture. I don't know if you... Brian, is your chair slowly sinking?
No. I am.
Right.
No, no.
There we go.
No, what's happening is the moon's quite nearby and the ground level's rising.
Now I'm leaning back.
You're better like that. Your face
Now I'm
isn't so
getting
close.
comfy.
We've got 7 people in chat.
Now I'm falling
So
asleep.
actually, we've got 3 here.
7 people in chat.
Academy Impossible, another TTV viewer, which that's
Oh, there
maybe
might be
bot.
bots, of course.
Is one of them a
Yeah.
talent scout? Are we going to be picked up by a talent scout for like a big BBC One series or something?
God, things must really be bad with the BBC. That's- Seriously, we've
Are
not
we the
come
new
to that. have
Mrs.
it?
Brown's boys?
Oh God, we're not that bad.
No, the new Kevin Smith series. They canceled Comic Book Men, so it's got to be Doctor Who people.
Yeah.
I didn't get that at all. I'm going to be honest with you, Brian. I'm not going to patronise you. I didn't get that at all. You were talking gibberish.
No,
you never
Kevin
watched the
Smith
comic
had a
book?
show based out of his comic book shop in New
Shop.
Jersey.
Righty-ho. Yes.
It was
I
called
remember, yes.
Comic Book Men.
Thank
Hang
you.
on,
yes.
hang on. Aren't you supposed to say Joyzy instead of Jersey?
Joyzy.
No,
Come on,
it's
you're
not,
in New
not
York
required
State,
by
mate.
law yet.
Make the effort. New York State.
I'm
Hey,
from New York.
walking
Nobody
here.
gives a shit
I'm
about
walking.
Jersey. I'm from New York. Nobody cares about Jersey.
Hang on. New or old?
New.
Actually, it's probably both, to be fair.
I don't think we've actually heard of Jersey. so-
Joyzy.
Well, your friend hadn't.
No.
Yeah, I had fun with that. Sorry. I'm a bad girl.
No, a couple of these actually look like real people. Co-authoring, if you're on, it looks real. Commander Root looks real as well. The rest look like bots.
Can we get him to talk?
Someone's obsessing.
Miss Lenny.
I'm sure with enough current we can.
Oh, that's Sinister's influence now.
Oh, man. I know, I'm worried. Sin, where were you with that
Yeah.
one? Why wasn't that you saying that? You're losing it, old man. You're losing it.
Sinister's a better telepath than Callie. I think that's what we witnessed there.
That's got to be
That's
it.
what we witnessed there.
Oh, still trying to decide on what we're going to do for our 100th show. Don't know.
Can we start executing the hostages?
There are none left. I told you this last Friday. There are none left. Oh, the blood.
We'll have to get some more.
Blood.
That's what's been happening to the chat room. They're the hostages. And now it becomes clear. Because we were up at 10, 12 a few weeks ago. There you go.
So much
Executed.
explained.
Yes.
Yeah, very much so. Goodness me.
This whole thing is a front just to capture people.
Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
And there was me thinking we were in training for the Olympics. What a fool I was.
The War Olympics, yes.
No, the podcast Olympics. I'm not taking part in a war. Do I look stupid? Sorry to any of the armed forces. You're not stupid.
Should we
You're
not
like
be
me.
answering
bless
that
you.
question? Should we just let that one slide?
The whole war thing, it makes
You're
training a bit
coming over next year. Remember that.
I plan on being beaten black and blue.
Oh, you're
By
not
the
going
time
to
I
get out of the
back.
airport terminal. Right. Sorry.
You said something about finishing up.
What?
That was half an hour ago.
I'm happy to keep talking.
We
if
got
you
10
are.
minutes still.
You know, I'm happy to keep talking if you guys want to keep talking. Oh dear. Yeah, there's something we can talk about. Come on, a conversation.
I'll show you something my wife got me for my birthday, which I don't know if I showed this already. It's a Lego Me.
Hey, that's cool.
that's brilliant.
That is cool.
And he's got a Star Wars phaser with him. A Star Trek phaser.
As
with
you
him.
do.
I
Yeah.
now remember what it was I wanted to
Right.
ask you.
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh dear.
Did you
Right.
end up buying that etheric beam locator?
No, not yet.
You're not going to be able to trace ion trans emissions.
Yeah, I need.
It's not justifiable, Andrew. Ooh, I came over all auntie then.
Hold on, let me. Have the other guys seen the link for this?
No, can you put it in Twitch
Yeah,
chat?
hold on a
Oh no,
sec.
you won't be allowed to. Put it in Zoom chat, and the boys can see it. You guys
Hold on.
might be able to post a link in chat.
Yeah.
Hold on a sec. Here it is.
That's
Right.
channel.
Basically, the prop that Tom Baker used in Genesis of the Daleks as an etheric beam locator is one of these thingies. And hang on, how do I get back to the thingy? There we go. Chat. If I put something in
So
there,
precise, so technical.
can I do
The
that?
thingy.
Hold on.
It's
Well,
a technical term.
copy
This is
that.
marvelous. This is pure flashing blade. This is what the people pay for. The people don't pay. Oh shit.
Right, guys, there's a link in chat.
Got
It's a genuine piece of equipment, and there's one on eBay that I've had my eye on for some time, purely so that I can carry it in my pocket and say it's an etheric beam locator, because this is the prop that not the actual prop, but this is what was used.
Oh, that's interesting. I've got to do that, have I? Right, okay.
And I really, really, really want to buy it, but I haven't yet because I've been buying too much Lego lately.
I
And
managed
that's
to
a
do it
hun-
as well. There we go. Yeah, you can't justify that, Andrew. I'm sorry, but you can't. I will poo-poo it.
I don't know. I can justify a lot of things.
He's sinking again. Have you noticed?
He's getting comfy.
Do you know what? I actually think New York State is slowly going under. I mean, look at all the wildfires that are happening. Yeah? And
It's
all
the
the
weight-
other shit. I mean, the sea's on fire somewhere because of
The
Exxon.
weight of all the buildings in the city, that's what's bringing it down.
They actually set the sea on
That's
fire.
only one end of the state. I'm fine. I'm in the middle.
They set the sea on fire. I'm going to bang on about this for a while. I can't believe they did that.
You should make that a song.
They set the sea on fire. I can't believe they did that.
Yeah.
That's
Do it
almost up there. That is
postmodern
almost up there.
jukebox style.
Can you do it to the tune of Yellow Taxi?
Joe Taxi.
Yellow Taxi.
Oh, do it in the style of Joe Taxi. Joe Taxi.
They've set the sea on fire.
Put up a parking lot. Is it Big Yellow Taxi? I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know the song at all, so it's a
Never-
reference that's lost on me.
Never mind.
They played the something to Paradise and put up a parking lot. That one.
Yeah, they paved over paradise and put over a parking lot.
That's the one. They set the sea on fire. They sunk New York. I don't know.
They set the sea on fire.
Wait, no,
It
no,
was-
you have to do it in the style of "You don't have to set the world on fire." That old song.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, the Pertwee classic.
I'm having a Brian moment, right? So this
What?
Varian thing that you're buying, right? Is this a real thing or not? Because you can buy a Varian 979 helium leak detector for $5,000. Are these Doctor Who props, or is this real things?
This
that
is
Doctor
real
Who
things.
makes?
The one that I put in the link is it's a Klystron thingamabob, and it's what they used as the etheric beam locator. That's
But
basically
what does it
is.
actually do? Have you
Yeah.
researched that?
Yeah, I did. Hold on. Hang on a sec. I think it says in the description. Bear with me.
Lots of bears with you, actually. Ah, I made it funny. As of Trixie Beans. What are you off to? Yes, I see.
Apparently, they will not make false statements on customs documents.
No.
Just won't tell you what the bloody thing does. Please take a look at the provided photos.
It's a kind of magnetron, I think. It's part of it's like an old piece of pre-electronic kind of equipment, essentially.
Not a time vector magnetron.
It's a tunable piece of equipment, so I think it's something to do with transmissions, radio transmissions, or something like that. Anyway, but that anyway, I want it.
It was in Doctor Who. You want it?
Yes, I want it. I want.
Sin.
Hello.
Remember those 3 props you showed me?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it too much to ask? Are you able to quickly get them, or is it going to be an effort?
I can get them.
Okay, let's test the boys.
Okay, let's test the voice. All right.
Oh, game.
Game.
Oh God!
Well,
Who gets the most unworthy of the Diamond logo pictures?
Oh, Brian, sorry. No comment.
Oh no! You're going down.
Boys and girls in chat. Boys and girls in chat. Who do you think will lose?
okay. Ready?
Yeah.
4 of these.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Might have to have a tiebreaker if anyway. First prop.
Snow cone maker.
From Doctor Who.
I don't know. Some elephant gun bullet.
I'm
Shall I
going
tell
with
them?
snow cone maker.
Shall I tell them?
Yeah, it's up now. Go on.
It's from Resurrection of the Daleks. It contains Mavellan anti-Dalek virus.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, that's prop number 1. Nil
Yep.
point. Nil point. Prop number 2. Ready?
Yep.
Oh, that's got to be.
Piece to the key of time.
Clue, it is not the head of a croton.
Piece to the key of time.
And I will concur.
Well, it is Guardian related.
But unfortunately, they've earned themselves that.
Waking or sleeping, I am always.
Drinking or sweeping Turlo.
This is Turlo's communication device that he used to communicate with the Black Guardian.
Nice.
Okay, ready? Prop number 3.
Here we go.
You only get points if you give me the precise name.
Oh, that's evil. No.
Can we see the other side? Is it?
Urinal cake.
does shatter into a million pieces, but no, not a urinal cake. It's from Talons of Weng Chiang.
All right. Okay. That's
Okay.
It's the key to the time cabinet, also known as
Oh, of course.
it's a it's a trionic lattice.
Of course, he says.
Yes.
Of course, yes. Triac lattice, urinal
Right.
cake, yes.
And the final
lettuce. Yes, trionic lettuce.
the final prop.
And you've got to say it like it would be said in the Five Doctors.
Oh well, I was going to say it's obviously from the Five Doctors.
It's not.
Oh, yes, of course it's from
It's
the Five
not
Doctors.
from the Five
It's not,
Doctors.
it's not
No.
from the Five Doctors, but a quote from the Five Doctors would be apposite.
Yes.
Well, it's a Yeti, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, it's a Yeti from Trouton's Yeti. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on.
What's it used for?
Why am I doing this?
I don't know.
I don't. We haven't watched it yet.
Oh,
No,
Okay,
we did.
Web of Fear.
Web of Fear.
Love of Fear.
It's a Yeti sort of placement thingy that he would use to basically home in on.
Right, and we did do it. We did it a few weeks
We
ago.
did do that one. Yeah.
All of these things, and my Federation gun, and my other Blake 7 stuff, is all made by the same guy.
Talented fellow.
Very
Yeah,
nice.
talented. Very much so.
Does he make them to your order then? So you
No, not. I mean, no, he does batches of them, and he's got a Facebook page, Century Castings. You need to look for.
I will be. So I'm writing that down. Century Castings.
Yeah, and he's doing a batch of Liberator guns as we speak.
What's he
Have
do?
a little look at this. I'm not trying to top anything. I'm trying to keep this going. Who is this supposed to be?
Willy
Willy
Wonka.
Wonka.
Fuck me. That was quick. Sorry, I'm not playing anymore.
Specifically, Gene Wilder's Willy Wonka.
Okay,
I brought him the day Gene Wilder died.
Oh, what's
Name
that?
him.
It's a robot.
Oh, Christ on a bike.
Is that? So he turns into a bike.
Can you turn him, please? Hang on, I need to pin you because hold on. Right, can you do a? Okay. Can I make up a name for him? Desolator
On a bike.
on a bike.
On a bike. Psykill from the GoBots.
GoBots. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Right.
he's that obscure.
Okay.
Don't get into this with
I
him.
thought the
He will
GoBots were only.
lose.
I thought the GoBots were little things. I didn't
They
think.
were. This is actually from a company called DX9. The figure itself is called Salmore, which means motorcycle.
On a bike.
Do you follow Retro Blasting on YouTube?
No.
Heard of them?
I know of them. I just don't follow them.
What about Toy Polloi?
Nope.
Oh, you should do. They're really good channels. Analog Toys?
Are we being paid for this?
No.
All right then.
Here we go. Easy.
Purple Man.
Purple guy.
He's in the latest Netflix Transformers.
Purple and Orange Guy.
Purple Guy 2021.
Yes. Electric Boogaloo.
Coronation, this is bad comedy. Galvatron, Transformers movie,
Sorry.
1986.
I'm not.
Can I say something that might be heretical to you? I've never seen a single episode or film of Transformers.
Same here.
Make that
Read a
three.
comic.
And we
Make
broke,
that three of
we
us.
broke Brian. We've broken Brian.
Sorry, I'm really sorry, guy. I was just like, yeah.
That's all three of
Okay,
us.
all right,
Sorry.
No, that's fine, heathens.
I
It's coming. Don't worry.
was just that little bit too old for the kind of Transformer
Same
thing.
here.
Me too. Yeah. But not to say I fully respect the Transformers, and all I know about
I
them
respect
is
your choices in life.
all I know about them is from those toy channels that I've told you about. They do a lot of
There
stuff.
you go.
So I've got friends who like Transformers. It's great.
There's the full movie from 1986.
Oh,
which we're
is-
not sharing.
right.
The one with Leonard
We're
Nimoy.
not sharing it because it's on YouTube.
Is this the one that has a slightly controversial event at the beginning?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, right.
I remember it being in the cinema. I remember it actually being in the cinema.
I saw it in the cinema.
Yeah.
And yeah, there were all boys in the movie theater watching it and not a dry eye in the house.
I know of it.
It's
yes.
a cartoon designed to make you buy toys.
Well, this was the point. They kind of wanted you to buy more toys.
They wanted you to buy the new toys.
The new toys. So they
removed the old toys.
They did something with the old ones.
And not a dry eye was in that house.
No, I can imagine. Did you buy the new toys anyway?
No.
Well, that's what he said. I mean, not a drag. It
he's
was
doing today.
the parents with the kids in the cinema were all bloody crying because, oh
And they
no, we've got to buy this one now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
God damn it! Why do I have to spend more money?
Next week we'll do a parade of my sonic screwdrivers, and you have to guess which sonic screwdriver.
Oh, I'm up for that. Now you're talking.
Okay.
I've got a whole drawer full of them.
I'm
We
fairly
Am I allowed
sure
to
there's a
take
guide
part
on
in
the
this?
internet.
We
I
can study, Brian. We can study.
Am
for
I
this
allowed
one.
to take part in this?
Of course.
Thank you.
There's a guide on the internet I can pull up. Don't worry, we're fine.
Thank you.
I am just looking forward to hopefully on the Friday night at Hooverville they'll have a quiz, and it'll have me and Sinister, and obviously Eddie as well. Eddie, you'll be there, okay?
I'll be a present.
Yeah.
It'll be much like the quiz of Rassilon.
Possibly
We'll be there.
Thomas, if Thomas is still up for it, we will wreck that quiz. If it's the three of us, I mean, me and Sin can do pretty well, and Eddie will be there, and.
Yeah, I will be present.
I'm just thinking
Yes.
back to the quiz of Rassilon. That is so hideously embarrassing.
I nearly got a question
we
right
retired
at that quiz of one.
champions.
Yes.
It's the fact that it was me.
I very nearly got a reference to a question that could have been right. So
Yeah. We were almost right on one of those questions each time we took it.
But we
Yes.
we will be fighting for the honour of the flashing blade. Okay, that's what we'll be doing. It's important. We'll teach these northern people.
Oh,
You're going to have to wear your shirt.
Then I
Oh
could
no,
do-
I've got a
I
shirt
could-
planned.
name the Dalek story based on the Dalek toy. We could do that as well.
Oh, I do rather well at that
Yeah.
because I like my Daleks. But I'm happy to sit back and let the boys do
Oh.
that one. Hello.
Hold on.
So we got a quiz section, a regular quiz section now
What's
at the end of the show.
Here's a trick question. Name the story this Dalek's from.
I know.
Well,
Children of the Revolution.
custom one I had bought off eBay. It's very well done.
It is, and it's a lovely colour green. It just looks right.
Think of the colour of a can of 7-Up. It looks like that.
I was thinking pea soup, but you know,
Yeah.
Children of the Revolution was a comic strip. And there were lots of multicoloured Daleks. Or Daleks of various colours would be a better way of putting it, because the Daleks themselves weren't multicoloured, well, unless you count the blob.
Were there Daleks of unusual size?
No, they weren't.
As you wish.
Okay.
She didn't get those references either.
Oh, I very much did.
Okay. Greatest movie of all time?
Yeah, very much so. Yep,
You know we're going to have to watch it. That and Airplane someday. React to it.
trying to actually get hold of them legally to actually.
Surely
do
you
that.
can't be serious.
I am. Don't call me Shirley.
I can be, and don't call me Shirley.
But that's the trouble. If we do a live reaction with this, we'll be coming out with the lines before the lines are said.
That's fine.
Can you do Blazing Saddles, please?
Now, that's one I haven't seen. I think I've actually seen once.
Oh, Blazing Saddles is amazing.
So I'd be up for that.
Hold it.
He's gonna get it.
Nobody move.
Yeah.
Genius.
But you've written rape down twice. We like rape.
No. What was the other film? Hang on a second. What were the films you first made? There was Airplane, and what was the other one?
Airplane 2, the sequel.
Well, yes, but no, the other film Sinister suggested.
Blazing Saddles.
No.
Top Secret.
No.
Young Frankenstein.
No.
To Be or Not to Be.
No.
High Anxiety.
No.
History of the World Part 1.
When did I suggest this?
Okay, I'm imagining things now. Or are you lot gaslighting me?
No, I think you just picked the wrong date to stop sniffing glue.
How they got those actors
I think
to do
she's picked the wrong day to stop taking methamphetamines.
Listen, I cannot handle caffeine, let alone something like meth. Anything with the word amphetamine makes me run. Ironically.
So should we recap for everyone just what's come before all this? Everything up till now?
Duff.
Yeah, there was some stuff.
Well, you see, first the Earth cooled. Then the dinosaurs came.
Yeah,
but they
well,
got fat and died out.
Yeah. You see, this is all
Turned
little
into
bit.
oil.
This is oil. This is oil, little bit.
And then the Arabs
That went
came.
very
They
wrong.
bought Mercedes Benzes.
Life Again of the Oceans. Many thought this to be a very bad idea.
Zucker Brothers were great. Though, if you ever do get the chance to watch the Kentucky Fried Movie, don't.
I have. I agree with you. A friend of mine absolutely adores it. Tell you what I did watch recently, very recently. Jay and Silent Bob reboot.
Yes.
Very
yes,
much
it's
enjoyed
amazing.
that. Very much enjoyed that.
You know, I've got that on Amazon. I kind of bought it to watch it because I like Kevin Smith. I've not watched it yet. I'm going to get around to watching it.
It's good.
Watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah, I'll watch it.
Right. Well, I suppose that's it, really. We should bugger off.
That was an impromptu awkward pause. We've done one of them for ages.
I know, it's good.
Hey, team.
Well, we had one
Yeah, that
earlier.
was a
We had
good
one
awkward
earlier.
pause.
But I don't think all of us were committed to it, if I'm honest with you. Do you want to say goodbye to this time round? If that was an awkward pause, do you want to say goodbye?
Goodbye to this time round.
Bye this time around.
Goodbye to this time round.
Okay, see you Wednesday, see you Friday, see you Saturday, see you Sunday for my sins.
You've got to fight for what you want, for all that you believe. It's right to fight for what we want, to live the way we please. As long as we have done our best, then no one can do more. And life and love and happiness are well worth fighting for. They're well worth fighting for.
John Levine, 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 John Levine. Goat!